Hello everyone, this is Swati Shastri taking a session on user interface design for the 8th semester class. So in the previous class, we have already learnt about types of windows. There were primary windows, there were secondary windows. Primary windows was the one which was starting from the basic. Secondary windows was the one which was extended from the primary windows or supplementary things. Secondary window could be a modal by nature or modelless by nature. Modal in the sense there is no connection between secondary windows, they're independent of each other. Rather modelless in the sense they are depending on each other. You can have cross data evaluation between both the windows. You can have cascading kind of windows and unfolding kind of windows also inside the secondary windows. We have also seen that there is something called as a dialog box, which wherein it is used for taking up the input. We have also seen property sheets, which can display the properties. We have also seen property inspectors, which changes the properties according to the selection. We have also seen message box, which is used for displaying the messages. We have also seen palette windows, which acts like a toolbar, and we have also seen power windows which do exist on a right click or something of that sort. So we have seen regarding the windows. Now when you already have the windows, the next section or the next question comes to our mind is regarding the management of that window. How to manage a window, whether any of your graphical user interface which might be having only one single window or which might be having multiple windows, how are you going to arrange them, and in how many ways can you arrange them, in how many kinds of interfaces can you give them? That is our question today. So we'll see that today. Okay, so today's section is that we are going to deal with the window management. So inside window management, you can manage them in either single document interface, you can manage it as multiple document interface, or a workbook, or like a project. Okay, so when you consider a window management, we have several schemes under that, and those schemes are the single document interface, multiple document interface, workbooks, and projects. So we are about to choose a right scheme to present the application collection, such as it is related to the task or the process. So out of these four kinds of schemes, you can either choose one or you can make a combination of that. But the choosing of these things depends on certain number of factors, and we call them as design factors. So what are the design factors are? First one, the intended users and their skill level. So what is the level of their skill and what kind of users are there for your application? Depending on them, you will choose which kind of scheme should be provided for managing your windows. Means the number of windows coming inside your whole user interface. Okay, and the second thing is it depends on the applications and its objects or tasks. If you are developing a very huge application like it is used for image processing and you are building it for that time you may have to go for multiple windows like projects wherein there are so many windows and they open and they close and all. So it depends on the level of application that you are designing. If you are just designing an information window, I suppose you would be just interested in a single window which would give you the information and it's just closed off. And the third thing is that the most effective use of display space. So on the screen you should not leave anything empty. Doesn't mean that you give something of size which is exceeding your screen. So and it should not look clumsy also. So depending on these things or these factors, you choose what kind of scheme must be there to present your graphical user interface. So we'll study these schemes one by one. So our first scheme is single document interface scheme. So what is the single document interface scheme? So this is usually used for a single primary window with a set of secondary windows. So you have a set of secondary windows to be displayed, but you don't want it as a separate window. You want it in the smaller section inside the primary window itself. So they are called as single document interface. So all the windows will have small amount of display of theirs onto the primary window itself. So how to use them? What is the proper usage of such kind of single document interface? The proper usage of such kind of single document interface is that where the object and window have simple one-to-one relationship. So you click on it, it is visible, only that much. So such a kind of one-to-one relationship is there, only then you are making use of such kind of windows. And where the object's primary presentation or use is as a single unit. The best example is like a folder. So you have just a usage over there, and after that you are somewhere moving to somewhere else. So that is called as like a single window kind of a presentation. Third thing is that you need to support alternative views with a control that allows the view to be changed. So you want to change the views and all, it should allow you, like you want descriptions. For example, whenever you are opening folders, you right click and you change the view. Sometimes it is giving you descriptions, sometimes you select it as a large document or something. So you're capable of changing that so that you can compare which what is there in the objects. You want to compare with the objects, that time you can utilize this one. And it also used to support simultaneous views by splitting the window into planes. So you divide the window into planes and you can compare from one plane to another. What is the use of it? The advantage of it, it is most commonly used. This is one thing. Second thing is that window manipulation is easy and you do not have much of the confusions. And it is also data centered approach. So what is the data present inside that? That is more important rather how does it look and all. So what is a disadvantage regarding that is like information is displayed or edited in the separate windows. It might look small, and if you want like only one window to be closed and other part of the window must be displayed, nothing of that sort you can do. So single document interface, it is visible for all. So if you want to see the example of it, this is the example of it. Okay. So what does the example tell you is like you have a folder that is open and you have so many this one. So these folders may lead to different ways, or you may have some icons present in that. You just double click on that and you may open something new. So it might be group of anything. There are no secondary windows, like you cannot cut this part short, you cannot cut this part short, or you cannot remove this part short. Nothing of that sort is there. Whatever is there, everything is direct. So if I display just the size of it also, I can make a comparison, and I can make a comparison over here if I am in need of. Okay, so such kind of windows are called as single document windows. Everything is visible, nothing is much hidden. Okay, so next comes is multiple document interface. So this technique is used for managing a set of windows where documents are opened into one window. So you have multiple set of windows opened into a single window. So it contains usually a single primary window called as parent. So you have single primary window called as parent and a set of related documents or child windows, and they are essential parts of your primary window. So it is a part of a primary window. There is a big primary window, in that you have small child windows which can be opened, which can be closed, and that primary window is completely made up of all those things. And there are some other properties of it also. Let us see one by one. Each child window is constrained to appear only within the parent window. It should open within the parent window only. So I cannot separate that secondary window or child window out of the parent window. I cannot drag it out. Okay, then the child window shares the parent window's operational elements. What all elements are there in the primary window? Only those operational elements like toolbars and all, only those things are being used by the child windows. So it means that child window is not about a separate window which can be minimized, maximized, all those things, but it does not have any tools of its own. Everything should be taken by the parent only. Okay, so the parent window's elements can be dynamically changed to reflect the requirements of the active child window. Okay, the parent windows elements can be dynamically changed. Okay, you can change the elements of the parent window dynamically to reflect the requirements of the active windows. So if you change it, you might find any differences in your child windows. It is something like child window is always a result of something from the parent window. That thing can happen. Okay, so when is this proper usage of this being done? To present multiple occurrences of object. If you want multiple objects to be seen at same time, that time you can have this particular kind of window. Like the best example is Eclipse. Like one side your console is running, one side your error reports are running, one side you have your code that you can type, all such things. Okay, then it is used to compare data within two or more windows. If you want to compare data within two or more windows, that is also possible. It is also used whenever you want to present multiple parts of applications. You have too many parts of applications. We can see that in the next example. That time you are used. That time you can use. Okay. Then next is that it is best suited for viewing homogeneous types of objects. So if you want to group the objects into one single type and there are other objects of other types, you want to group them and you can show them. So that is also possible. Next is to clearly segregate the objects and their windows used in a task. You can segregate them, that is differentiate them, and you can put them under use. So the best example is Windows Eclipse. So you can see here, like you have one code window, which is a navigator window. You have a package explorer, you have Java doc, you have console over here, you have an error logging over here. If I want, I can minimize this, I can maximize this whenever I need. There is no difference with the primary window, but I cannot take this particular window outside the primary window. I cannot drag it outside. Okay, if I'm not interested, I can just close it. So I have a close button over here, I can close it, or I have a minimize button over here, I can minimize it, which will be showing inside the primary window only. So it is not going outside the primary window. Inside the main window itself, I can have a complete program manager, so that I want this window, I open it, I want that window, I open it, or I close it. Anything of this sort I can do. Okay, the basic thing over here is none of these window have their own menu bar or taskbar or anything. Whatever toolbar or menu bar is there, it is for the primary window only, and I have to make use of these things only over here. Okay, so no extra things are being given. We can say that primary or secondary window or whatever these child windows are there, they are kind of a results. So if I execute this part, only then my console will come into picture and they will show me the list of output. Or if I execute this part, I have an error, only then error logs will come in. Otherwise, I don't have error logs at all. So basically, secondary windows are nothing but the results of some part of primary windows. So that's the reason that they cannot be separated from each other. That's the reason that they cannot be separated from each other. And what is the specification of this is, if I just close the primary window, it is more than enough that all the secondary windows that are opened will get closed off. But vice versa is not true. Definitely, if I just close the secondary window, main window will close off. Nothing of that sort is there. But if I close the primary window, all the secondary windows gets closed. Okay, so and if I want to open these secondary windows also, my condition is that I have to open my primary window first. That is, I have to open the Eclipse first, only then I will get this particular boxes. Until then I cannot get it. Okay, so this is how your MDI, that is called as your multiple document interface, works. This is how they look. Okay, so let us see what are the advantages of it. The advantage is that first is the child windows share the parent windows interface components, that like menu bar and all. So making it is very space efficient interface. So you need not multiply that, correct? So it is space efficient. It will not take more space. Then useful for managing a set of objects. If you have a group of objects and you want to manage, it is very useful. Then provides a grouping and focuses for a set of activities within the large environment of group. You have a large environment of group and you want a specific activity to be done, you can perform that particular activity. It comes along with a disadvantage as well. What is the disadvantages? First thing is that it reinforces an application as a primary focus, so it has to open an application to do something, so it reinforces there. Okay, next is containment for secondary window within the child windows does not exist, obscure window relationship and possibly creating confusion. If you have more than one number of windows and you have child windows which are not required, if you have not well arranged the secondary windows, so you might create a confusion over there. Okay, because the parent window does not actually contain objects, context cannot always be maintained on closing and opening. So just because you close, you might not be able to stop any of the working of it. Okay, so because primary window is not actually having the objects, they are just displaying the objects. Okay, then the relationship between the files and the windows is abstract, so uh, it is just used for that time being, so it can be more challenging for the beginning users, like they might not understand what actually is there in that particular secondary window. Then confining the child windows to the parent window can be inconvenient or inappropriate for some tasks. Okay, so not all child windows might be related to the parent window, and like child windows may be in need of some other extra tools also, so that might create a problem for you. Then the nested nature of the child windows make it difficult for the users to distinguish a child window in a parent window. So some for example, if you consider an example of Microsoft Word. Okay, so very many people do not understand what is the primary window and what is the child window. You cannot differentiate because of that nested nature, because it is so much into each other. So such kind of problems may come in, like if I just want to close the secondary window and I want to keep the primary window open, might that might not be possible. You may have to close the secondary window, sorry, primary window completely. So such things are also the problematic parts of your multiple document interface. Okay, there is other kind of an interface that can be there, and they are called as workbooks. Okay, what is a workbook? It is a window or a task management technique that consists of a set of views organized like a tab notebook. So if you have a small tab notebooks, I suppose you have already seen the workbooks like Excel and all. Like I'm just citing an example. That's not an exact example. So like you have small tabs in that. Only in that much part you are just displaying the exact secondary contents, and you do not have a control on that. Okay, so it is just based upon the metaphor, like a book or a notebook. It is just like a metaphor, like one after the other. So the whole book has like pages, and those pages are nothing but secondary contents. Okay, view of objects are presented as sections within the workbook's primary windows. Okay, within the primary windows you have a small sections of child windows which do not actually exist. You have no control on that. It is just a part or representation of a view of data. So each section represents a view of data. Tabs can be included and used to navigate between sections. Otherwise, its characteristics and behavior are similar to those of that of the multiple window interface, of whom all child windows are maximized. Okay, you have no control, like you can utilize this small part of child window, this small part of child window, and I can just close it, I can just open it whenever required. So all the child windows present in them are open, and they are being maximized, and they are being shown to everyone. They will never minimize, they can never be closed. Okay, but you do not have control on them. That's what we say. Okay, so I'm sorry when do we make use of this? To manage a set of views of object, if you want to have all the group of views at once, that one. Then to optimize a quick navigation of multiple windows, if you just want to go through once, that time it is the best example would be like the PowerPoint. Like you have so many slides, each of the slide you can manipulate those slides. You can have like a side bar wherein you can move among the objects, but you cannot just, you can either delete the object or you can add the object. You cannot just minimize it. and then again maximize it. No such control is there. Everything is maximized. The sizes of the slides may differ from each other. So these things also have an advantage and disadvantage. The advantage is that first one, it provides a grouping and focuses on a set of activities within the large environment of the desktop. So within the large environment of the desktop, you can group them into smaller parts and you can have, or you have group of activities doing the same work, like group of objects doing the same work. Okay, it conserves real estate, like this property belongs to me, that thing can be done over here, this space can be kept over to one single person. Okay, it provides the greater simplicity of single document window interface. So it looks like single document window interface, but it can have contents from MDI. Okay, it provides greater simplicity by eliminating a child window management. So by eliminating child window management, you can have you are eliminating you have a very simplicity. Okay, you need not minimize it, all those things are not there, so your what simplicity is increased. It preserves some management capabilities of MDI. So it has some MDI contents, so that's useful. The disadvantage is that it cannot present simultaneous views. At the same time, it cannot have more views. Okay. And the other set of window management schemes can be that one set is project. What is a project? It is a group of or set of objects holding into one single folder or container, and when that particular project is run, all the multiple windows are opened, and it is opened in such a way that they have their own identity onto the taskbar. For example, if you run any like a XAMPP server and all, like it takes Tomcat, all those things, all of a sudden everything starts, you have multiple windows running, and the moment you are done with the execution, you close one, all those command prompts will go off. So that is the best example for any project. Okay, so it is a technique that consists of a container which wherein a project window holding a set of objects are there. Okay, the objects being held within the project window can be opened in the primary windows. They can be opened as primary windows. They are all peers with the project window. So objects which are present inside the project, those objects are like primary windows. They're not related to each other one on one. They are depending on each other for running only, but they're completely different from each other. So all of them start as peers, and all of a sudden, okay, so visual containment of the peer within the project is not necessary. You need not have a visual containment. Like if you are running a XAMPP server or something, you will not be knowing that how many windows you are going to open. You just need to click on server on run, correct? So each opened peer window must possess its own menu bar and other interface elements. So every object inside them will be having independent elements. Then each opened peer window can have its own entry on the taskbar. On the taskbar also it will be visible. Next, when a project window is closed, all the peer windows of the objects are also closing. So whatever peer windows or depending windows have opened, they all will close when you just close your project. Okay, when the project window is opened, the peer windows of the contained objects are also restored from restored from their former positions. Where it had stopped, all those will start from there itself whenever you restart the project. Next is that peer windows of the project may be restored without the project window itself being restored. So peer windows, if you just want to open that is must also be possible. When to use this? It can be made a proper usage of it to manage a set of objects that do not necessarily need to be contained. All the objects necessarily, if they need not be shown, they just has to be running. You just need the output of it. When you have such kind of a condition, you can make use of projects. and when the child windows are not constrained, so if you are not interested in having a child window but you just want a working of it, that time you will be making use of this particular projects kind of a scheme to display. The advantages of this are it provides grouping and focuses on set of activities within the larger environment of the desktop. So, and it also preserves some management capabilities of MDI. It is having management capabilities of MDI itself, and it provides the greater flexibility with the placement and arrangement of the windows. How to arrange all those things is completely left to you. The disadvantage is that it has an increased capability for, because it is doing differentiating what pure primary views, because it will be related to a complete big project, so it's quite difficult. Okay, so what we have learned today is that we have learned how to manage the window. There are very many kinds of schemes, that is single document interface scheme, you have multiple document interface scheme, you have workbooks, and you also have projects. So that is what we have seen it for the class. Okay, so in the next class we'll be seeing how to organize these window functions. Okay, thank you.